Hello, welcome to August 2024. Happy birthday. It's a couple birthdays in this month of August. Special birthday. Shout out to my goddaughter, Yakia. Yakia, I love you. Happy birthday. Shout out to my close friend, Sean. Happy birthday. One of the longest friendships that I've had. Happy birthday, Sean. Enjoy it, sister. Happy birthday to my mother. My mother's birthday is also this month. So each of you, I love y'all. Happy birthday and enjoy it to the fullest. Okay. My name is Lynette and I'm reading in the Love Exquisite Magazine, which you can access for free online at loveexquisitellc.com. I'm reading the article titled Learning by Design, and the article I'm reading in the section. I keep saying article. Y'all know these is not unedited. These are unedited, I should say. See, like that part. So I'm reading in the section titled Learning by Design, and the article is titled Forgiveness. Forgive me, I am not perfect. Forgiveness 2.0. I titled this because if you watch and subscribe to my YouTube channel, you know that I've already written an article titled Forgiveness. So this is an elaboration of that article. As I come across people and I hear their stories and I listen to their hearts, I see that there's a lot of people that haven't forgiven. They're still holding on to things that it's not easy for them to let go of. But forgiveness is one of the ways in which you can let go finally and be at peace for yourself. So I'm going to read the article titled Forgiveness 2.0. Forgiveness is defined in different ways by different people. In general, forgiveness means to make the personal decision, because it is a personal decision, to let go of resentment, hurt, disappointment, or anger that is inflicted by what someone else either did or said that you didn't like, or that you found hurtful or offensive or an unpleasant experience. When you learn how to forgive others, it can help bring you peace of mind, joy, healing, and improve your relationships. That part. Forgiveness does not mean that you are letting the person off the hook for what they said or what they did. So you have to keep that in mind. It's not that you're saying, "Oh, I'm giving you a pass." It just means that I no longer am allowing you to rent space in my head that you didn't pay for. So you have to think about it like that. It's always for you. It's not for the other person. So forgiveness means that you let yourself out of the mental prison that you put yourself in when you think about the person or the experience in a negative way. When you hold unforgiveness in your heart and you allow the person or people to control how you feel and how you live your life. So sometimes when you don't forgive, you get stuck in a state of depression. You get stuck in a state of period of your trauma or where the trauma occurred, and you say, "I'm never doing this again." And whether it's get married, whether it's get in a relationship, whether it's giving my heart to someone, whether it's trusting someone, it all has to do with forgiveness. Because if you once you forgive, then you can heal, and then you can be better to yourself and to others. So that's important. It's an important thing to do. It's extremely important. And no, it's not easy, but it's necessary. It is extremely necessary for your mental health and well-being, and for the health and well-being of the people around you that have to put up with your unforgiveness, and what it causes you on the inside. So you have to be mindful of that. Forgiveness is for you. I can't reiterate that enough. It's not for the other person. It's for you. Forgiveness is for you because it allows you to truly be happy and free, especially mentally. That's important. It is important to know that forgiveness does not always mean reconciliation. So a lot of people say, "Well, if you forgive me, you'll take me back." Mm-mm. Mm-mm. Just because a person is forgiven, that does not mean that you have to allow them back into your life. It doesn't mean that you have to allow them to be as close as they once were to you. That just means now I can call a spade a spade. You show me who you are, and I finally believe you. And I forgive you, but I don't have to tolerate your nonsense again. You understand what I'm saying? That's what I'm saying. So you don't have to put up with it, but you don't have to hold it against the person either. You just walk away and you do your thing. You go ahead, you go be great. I'ma go be great. And you leave it at that. No ill will, no grudges, no malice, no nothing. No, I wish this happened to you. None of that. I wish you the best, and you move on. That's how you know when you have forgiven and you over the person. Then when you're not over it, you still mad, you still angry. It's like, well, what you still mad and angry for? You should be over it, you know? If you say you over it, you shouldn't be still mad. You shouldn't still have those feelings like, I hope they die. You know, like, no, it's cool. I really wish you the best. Good luck with everything. That's where I'm at. I don't know about you, but I don't hate nobody. I don't dislike nobody. If I don't speak to you, it has nothing to do with how I feel about you. It just means that I see you for who you are, and I choose who to invite into my life and who I choose to exclude from my life. So you either on one end or other. There's no in between with me. So there you have it. So when you know, you know. If you don't know, now you know. That's, you know how the song goes. So anyway, forgiveness is for you. Let me get back to the article. Again, it helps you, like it really does. And it feels so good because now you're not holding on to anger. You're not holding on to frustration. You're not holding on to any grudges or ill will. You can live your life and be happy. You really can live your life and be happy. Happy, happy, happy. That's the goal. That is the goal. So it is important to know that forgiveness, again, doesn't always mean reconciliation. That it doesn't mean that you remain in contact with that person or in relationship with that person that caused you harm or hurt you in some way. You can forgive someone and not let them back into your life the way that they used to be in your life, like close to you. You know, forgiveness means that you no longer give power or control or authority to the person or people who offended you. Or harmed you in any way, or caused you harm in some way, or someone. It doesn't always mean that they had to do something personally to you. Maybe it's they did something personally to someone that you love and you're mad at them about it. You know what I mean? So and you need to forgive them. You know what I mean? So people say, well, I'm not ready to forgive. You don't have to be ready. It just is, as long as it took for that pain to be a part of your life, it may be the same length of time that it takes for you to heal from that pain, for you to eventually get to the point where you say, you know what, I forgive you. Again, that doesn't mean you have to let them back in your life. You have the right to choose who you allow in your life, whether you forgive them or not. So, but again, it's just healthier to forgive because you don't want to hold anything. You don't want to hold that bad feeling. You don't want to be depressed about the traumas any longer. So make sure that you practice forgiveness, especially if you want to be forgiven too. So forgiveness means that, again, people say, well, they don't have power or control over me. Yes, they do. And you know how they do? Because every time you think about them, you mad. That's power. You upset. That's power. Every time you see them, you suck your teeth and roll your eyes. That's power. That's control. They have you on puppet strings. They're manipulating you by what they say or what they did to you, that you allow them to control your emotions. Don't give them that much power. Don't give anybody that much power over you. You shouldn't. You shouldn't even care that much to give them that power. Don't even. It is what it is. Gonna be what it's gonna be, and bye. You know what I mean? Like, yeah. Anyway, so when you are forgiving, you allow someone else the power to control. When you are unforgiving, you are allowing someone else the power to control your thoughts, your emotions, your actions, and your behaviors. You are. So when you hold on to the hurt, that means that you haven't overcome. You haven't gotten over it. What hurts you. So if you say, oh, I'm over it, I don't care, but yet and still you like, well, I don't like this person, or I still ain't speaking to this person. I hope something happened, whatever they did to me, I hope it happened to them. If you still feel that way and you still got that same anger and frustration, you ain't over it. Newsflash, you're not over it, boo. So get over it. And I ain't, like I said, I'm not saying get over it like this. because what happened to you, it may have been years that built up to that moment. So it may take you that same length of time to get over it. But the key is to get over it. Don't live your life holding on to grudges and anger and frustration, because what it does is it causes depression, it causes anxiety, it causes you to not live your life in the best way that you can, because you're withholding your heart, or because you're afraid to be hurt, or you're withholding, showing love and affection because you're afraid that this person might be the last person that gave you the trauma, or whatever experience that you had with that trauma. Whoever it is, it could be a family friend, it could be a love relationship, it could be anybody, somebody that you work with, somebody that you grew up with, somebody that you love. It could, like I said, it could be a family member, it could be somebody that is a friend of a friend, or they did something to somebody that you love. So these are all the dynamics in which anytime you interact with a human being, you are placing yourself in a vulnerable position, because you don't know what your experience will be with that person. That's anybody. But you can't live your life in fear that what happened to you might happen again, that you don't live at all. You're just coasting through life, on autopilot. You have to get out of autopilot and really live. Love again, live again, laugh again, and just get your life back. Take the control back from whoever hurt you, because you deserve that much. And I'm here to say it. I'm here to tell you, you deserve that much, even if you don't think you do. You've done something right in your life. You might not have got it all right, but you've done something right in your life that you deserve to live your life without worrying about what happened to you in the past, or dwelling on what happened to you in the past. So do what you need to do to move past the hurt and disappointment in a healthy way. Because some of y'all out there wilding out like, yeah, this person did this to me, so now I'm gonna do this to everybody. That's not the way to go, because guess what? It comes right back around, and whoever hurt you, and you wind up hurting somebody else gonna hurt you. Somebody else is going to hurt you. It might not be the person that you're hurting, but you're going to meet somebody one day and they're going to hurt you just like the person that you're hurting right now. Keep my word, because it's going to happen. You're going to feel for somebody so much, and guess what? You're going to remember, damn, I shouldn't have never did that to Lynette. Or I shouldn't have never did that to whoever, fill in the blank, because now it's happening to me. It comes back around. It really does. And it comes back around. When it does, it comes back even harder. So be careful how you treat people. That's all I'm going to say. Be careful how you treat people. Hurt people, which is why you got to heal, so you can stop hurting people. And if you've ever been hurt, why would you want to inflict that same pain that you felt onto someone else? I'll wait. Why would you, yes, you, if you've ever been hurt before and you know how that pain felt, why would you then want to inflict that same pain onto someone else? Put a pin in it. I'm going to keep reading. So we're going to say, do what you need to do to move past the hurt and disappointment in a healthy way. Don't be out here wilding out. Healthy. Go to counseling. Get some healing. And then you got to ask yourself this important question when you're holding on to grudges and unforgiveness. Is what he or she did or said to you important enough that you allow it to affect your health, mentally and physically, or so important that you allow it to interfere with your life forever? So you sitting there saying, I ain't never getting married again. Why not? Don't you want to be loved like that? You should. Why not? Everybody ain't your ex-wife. Everybody ain't your ex-husband. Everybody ain't your ex-boyfriend, your ex-girlfriend. We all different. Oh, I used to buy this, I used to buy that, I used to take people here and there, I ain't doing it. Why not? Aren't you with somebody that deserves those things too? You got to ask yourself this. Don't stop living because of a bad experience. Don't turn a moment of pain into a lifetime of pain. It happened. It's done and over with. Live for today and forward. Stop living backwards. Stop living backwards. Don't let that moment define your life. Do not let that bad, painful experience define your life. It's important. I'm telling y'all, gotta listen to me. It's so important. Don't let it interfere with your life. Be happy. That's the goal. Be happy. And remember, forgiveness is for you. It's not for the offender. Now, for those of you who are the offender, you are the person. So if something that you did or said hurt somebody, you actually have to forgive yourself as well. You also have to forgive yourself. So that's important also. We're not perfect and everybody makes mistakes, but I'll get into that more a little later in this article. So if someone did something or said something to you that hurt you, it's okay for you to hold them accountable. You make sure you check them. Make sure you check them, because it's a lesson that they need to learn about what it is that they did or said. Don't be afraid to be like, well, I ain't gonna say nothing. They should know better. Sometimes they don't. So it's your teachable moment to set them straight. Now, it may not change their behavior with you, but the next time it may help them change their behavior with someone else. So we want to help make people better people. That's what we need to do. So you hold them accountable for their actions by telling them how what they did or said made you feel, and how what they did or said has impacted you in a negative way. So make sure that you offer up suggestions on what they could do better in the future to work towards preventing it from happening again. So don't just state the problem. Try to give them a resolve to making sure that it doesn't happen again. Again, maybe not with you, but with someone else. So even if the person doesn't listen, or they don't want to listen, or they don't take your suggestions into consideration, you still must find a way to move on with your life. You might not ever get the apology that you long for. So the person that hurt you may never say, I'm sorry. They may never own up to what it is that they did because of either pride or ego, or them not wanting to admit their faults or when they are wrong. So, you just gotta let them be. Let them be. Trust me, they're going to be dealt with. You don't even have to worry about that part. They're going to be dealt with accordingly. That's how life happens. It always happens that way. So again, some people don't realize their own faults. They may find fault in what you did, but they don't ever find fault in what they did. So those people, you got to talk to them. Tell them, this is when you did this is how it made me feel. Now, whether that was your intention or not, I'm still telling you, this is what it made me feel personally. So you got to let them know that up front. Don't hold it in. And despite how people treat you, never let anyone change the good person that you are. Because people always be like, well, why are you still speaking to this person? Or why you still let this person in your life or whatever? Because I'm a decent person. But I'm going to tell you, you won't ever get the same piece of me that you got before you hurt me. You won't. Unless I decide to share that part of me with you again. Again, it doesn't mean that I haven't forgiven you. I have, because you're not that important to me not to. You understand what I'm saying? You don't hold that much weight in my life for me to allow you to disturb the peace I got going on. You understand what I'm saying? So, y'all, I really wish everybody could get to this moment, because it is such a wonderful place to be. I want this for everybody. So this is why I give you all these articles, because it's important. I want to help y'all. I want to help you. So whether you listen to it or not is neither here nor there. But there's somebody out there that's saying, thank you, sis. I appreciate that. This free information I ain't had to pay for. So if you are, well, you might have to pay for it, because life is the biggest teacher. Live long enough and life will be your biggest teacher. And you'll have to pay for it either in a negative consequence way or in a positive way, depending on the decisions that you make. So if you are the offender, so we're going to go back to that. Someone who needs to be forgiven, talk with the person you offended or hurt in some way and apologize sincerely. It's okay to say, I apologize. I'm sorry that I hurt you. That was not my intention. Or if it was your intention, but you hurt them, whether it is or isn't your intention. The fact of the matter is, if a person says you hurt them, you hurt them. Don't say, oh, get over it. Oh, you too sensitive and all of that. If they're telling you This hurt me. You can't tell them how not to feel. They feel hurt. So you have to say, I apologize. I'm sorry if what I did or said hurt you in some way. I am sorry. It's okay. So for those of you out there, I'm going to use this as my moment. If I ever did anything or said anything that hurt your feelings, I'm sorry. Sincerely, I am sorry. And I hope one day that you will forgive me. I do. But if you don't, forgiveness is for you. It ain't for me. It's for you. So please try to. If you can, find it within your heart to forgive me if I've ever done anything to hurt you. And that's anybody out there listening to this. So I'm going to get back to the article. So if the person that you did something to, or you said something that made them feel hurt, if they don't want to talk to you when you say, I just want to talk to you, I want to apologize, and they say, no, I don't want to hear nothing you got to say, and blah, 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 then write it down. Write it in a letter and give it to them. Give them the letter, the apology letter. Just get it off for you, because sometimes you are left to deal with that guilt, that shame of what you did to someone else. So write it down to get it off of you and apologize and be sincere with that. Not just to get it off of you, but to be actually genuinely sincere that you are sorry for what you did. So be mindful that it could take that person that you hurt some time to be open enough to accept your apology, and or they might not even want to accept it. Some people really hold on to things, so they might not be ready to forgive you. So you have to accept that as well. So apologizing is also for you. Okay, so just be ready. Either way, be ready if they're willing to forgive you, and be ready if they're not ready. But forgive yourself. So you got to forgive yourself. So apologizing is also for you, and it could help you reduce the guilt and shame that you might feel because of what you said or did to someone else. Always remember, the best apology is changed behavior. Changed behavior is the best apology. So you can say, I'm sorry one time, and then you do the same thing again and again and again and again. And that lets the person know that you are not sorry. You absolutely not sorry. You just saying it because you want to keep me in your life in some way. So you do not mean that apology. Your apology is not genuine. What will show a person that your apology is genuine is that you've actually changed. You're no longer doing whatever hurt them. That is the best apology. The better character, being a better person, being a better mate to your partner, and making better life decisions. That's the best apology. That's the best form of apology, is changed behavior. Again, that changed behavior, it demonstrates that you are a better person, that you want to do better, and that you care enough about the person that you're with to make the necessary change that you have, so that you don't continue to hurt them. Stop hurting people. Just stop. I'm gonna go back to it again. Have you ever been hurt before? I'm asking y'all this. Have you ever been hurt before in your life? It's very traumatic. It's very traumatizing. It's very devastating. And it takes a long time to heal when you really care about somebody who hurt you. Why would you inflict, unintentionally or intentionally, continue to inflict that same type of pain? Even if it's not the same pain. Pain is pain. Just inflict the hurt onto somebody else. Just walk away from them if you got to keep hurting. Walk away from them. Do them a favor if they ain't smart enough to walk away or strong enough to walk away from you. Walk away from them. Leave them alone and let somebody else love them the right way. Anyway, if you are the offender, I'm going to go back to you. Give yourself the same grace that you give to others whom you've forgiven. So a lot of times we beat ourselves up, but none of us are perfect. All of us make mistakes. The key is to learn from the lesson, from the mistakes, and learn not to repeat them. Treat people the same way you want to be treated. I'm going to say that again. Same way you want to be treated, It's the same way you should be treating others. Don't ask for nothing you ain't willing to give yourself. Don't ask for nothing you ain't willing to give yourself, okay? You out here showing off and you don't want a person to show off. You out here playing in people's face and you don't want nobody to play in your face. Don't be out here doing what you don't want to happen to you. Because it will eventually. You keep doing it. Life just works that way. I'm just saying. Life works that way. So treat people the same way that you want and deserve to be treated. If you want love, give love. If you want trust, prove yourself to be trustworthy. If you want respect, be respectful. If you want loyalty, then be loyal. You can't ask for what you don't give. If you want to be forgiven, then if you want to be forgiven, every time you do something, you want to apologize and you want people to accept your apology and to forgive you, then how dare you not forgive someone else? That part. How dare you not forgive someone else when you didn't ask for sorry, you didn't ask for apologies after apologies. Sorry, forgiveness after forgiveness. And you have a nerve to be unforgiven? Come on now. Forgiveness, however, is a process. I know this is long, but we get ready to wrap it up. This is important because I really want y'all to get it. Forgiveness is a process. It could take some time to do. However, it is so important that you work towards it because, again, it is for you. It is such a freeing experience. You take your control back when you let go of unforgiveness. So make a conscious decision today to not harbor negative thoughts or feelings towards the people who have hurt you, whether it's your ex-wife, your ex-husband, your ex-girlfriend, your ex-boyfriend, your ex-friend, your teacher, your in-laws, whatever it is, your friends, your family members, whomever it is, whomever it is. Don't give us that much power and control over your life that you stop living it because you're angry at somebody else. You're holding on to unforgiveness. Let go of unforgiveness and that unpleasant experience. Your peace of mind is more important than an unpleasant experience. Your peace of mind is more important than an unpleasant experience. So take control of your life back by practicing forgiveness. Forgiveness 2.0. So in the magazine, I'm not going to continue to read it because it's a lot. But I encourage you to read it and answer the questions that I list in the magazine that will help you get to a place in your mind, in your mental space where you can begin to heal and begin to forgive people who have hurt you. Practice forgiveness. Remember, it's for you.